Instagram recently leaked exactly how to go viral and explode your reach on the platform. So let's get into it. Firstly, how does going viral and recommendations on Instagram actually work? Well, Instagram have said that they go ahead and look at how quickly people are liking, commenting, sharing, and saving your content to determine whether it should get pushed out to more people and be recommended to similar audiences. They say the other factor that they're looking at before recommending a piece of content to someone is what other pieces of content has this person engaged with, just so they can get an understanding of what they like and what they should then suggest to them. But the thing is, only some accounts and content is actually eligible to be recommended on Instagram. And when I'm talking about recommendations, I mean getting shown in the feed, getting shown on the explore page, and getting suggested to people in the Reels tabs, etc. By nature, Instagram recommending content means it's getting pushed to people who have not chosen to follow that specific person. Maybe it's yourself. So Instagram have to be a little bit more careful about what content they push out and who they push it to. For example, if you post graphic, violent content, they cannot recommend that content, purely because if they push that out to someone who has not chosen to follow it, that might be triggering or that might be hurtful to that person. Whereas if someone has seen a page about fighting and they choose to follow it, then they've made that conscious decision and Instagram can show them that content. Now, the guidelines of what Instagram will show to existing followers is a lot looser than what they will show to non-followers through the suggested recommendations features. Here's what content can't get recommended. Firstly, as I just mentioned, fighting or any form of violence. Secondly is content about regulated products such as vaping, alcohol, drugs, etc. And third is sexually explicit or suggestive content. Now, I have to say on that last point, when I was in Bali a few weeks ago, looking at my friend's explore page, I think that third one they're saying is not true. There was a lot of suggestive content, let's say that. But anyway, Instagram go on to say that if you repeatedly post this content or you have any of this in your bio or profile picture, then even the content that you post, which is not related to this, will not get recommended or suggested. So for example, if you have a gun in your profile picture or in your bio or any of that, then Instagram are not going to be able to recommend your feed content, even if your feed content is about peace and love and happiness, because they cannot push a profile which has that in it out to new people. They also say that you need to be public, not private, which is obvious and goes without saying, even though some people do ask with private accounts why they're not getting recommended, which is beyond me. So now that we know what they don't recommend, what do Instagram actually want to recommend? Well, firstly, post original content. They say word for word, avoid posting unoriginal or aggregated content, which means anything that you post on your profile should be unique in nature. Whether you filmed it all yourself or whether you took another person's content and added to it to make it your own. But simply downloading TikToks or downloading another reel and then re-uploading them is not going to get recommended as much. Now, the second thing is post engaging reels. And this is specifically coming from Instagram, telling you that if you want to get recommended, you need to post reels. And this is something I've been saying for a long time. But what do they actually say works specifically? They suggest using full screen reels that take up the whole 9:16, keeping it short, pulling in the viewer within those first 3 seconds, and then keeping those viewers interested throughout the duration of the entire reel. On top of that, fifth, avoid watermarks. Again, pretty obvious. Now, Instagram must have been watching my YouTube videos because this is word for word what I've been saying to you guys for the past couple years. So if that's not enough to get you to subscribe to the channel and like the video, I don't know what is. But short, full screen reels with a hook in the first, I recommend 1 to 2 seconds. You don't want to leave it as late as 3 seconds. And then interesting content, finish the reel, boom, happy days. That's how you want to structure it. Then finally, Instagram go on to talk about Instagram search, a feature that Instagram is pushing more and more and more, and you should be taking advantage of right now if you want to grow. Firstly, you want to use a profile name that is relevant to your niche. Please note, I said name, not username. Username is important too, but that's not what we're talking about here. Again, I've been telling people to do this for like 5 or 6 years. It's an important tip and it'll help you so much. Your profile name should be optimized for SEO so people can search for your niche, your industry, your expertise, or whatever it is that you post content about and find you, because your name will not always give that away. For example, on my business account @Cleverpreneur, that is nothing there SEO optimized, aside from people who already know me. So for my name, I have IG growth and marketing. This way, if people are interested in my niche, they can search my name, find my content, follow my account. Second, you want to include keywords about what your content is about inside of your bio. Again, what I've done on my page is I've got, we help experts grow faster and make more with social. That's not super optimized, but lower down, gained millions of followers. So gained followers if people are searching for followers, growth, get customers on Instagram, that sort of stuff, our content will show up. I could probably do a better job of optimizing the bio specifically for SEO, just haven't done it yet. And then the third thing that they suggest is to use these targeted keywords inside of your caption and hashtags, which should also be inside of the caption. So essentially what you want to do is write down 3 to 5 keywords that best describe your content, your niche, your account in general. And you want to make sure that you're including these inside of your name, your bio, your captions, your hashtags, all of this to appear as often as you can in Instagram search. Then you obviously want to pair that with great content, because it doesn't matter how well you use keywords and how well you use your hashtags. If your content isn't interesting, doesn't matter, you're not going to show up. This is something Instagram keep pushing and keep talking about, so it's something I would be taking advantage of. The other benefit of Instagram search is it's something that is entirely passive. You set up your name, your bio, your username, your profile photo, all of this stuff once, and then it's going to gain you followers for weeks, months, years to come. And then the last tip that Instagram share about how to get your content recommended is to take a good look at your insights and analytics to see what topics your audience is more interested in, and specifically what topics are getting pushed out to non-followers and new people. Because chances are, if you're watching this video, your goal is to grow. So you shouldn't just be looking at what content gets the most likes. You should be looking at what content gets the most reach to non-followers, new people, and brings in followers. Because you might post a cute selfie of yourself, you know, get the right angles, get it at golden hour, post it out, and everyone that follows you likes it because they like you. But it doesn't get any reach to new people because no one cares about a selfie of a stranger. However, you might create a reel about how to take the perfect selfie, and that reel might get less reach overall, but a lot more reach to people who don't follow you because they're going to be interested in how you took a great selfie. That is interesting content. And so you want to optimize for content that reaches new people and performs well. For example, on my Instagram account at Cleverpreneur, the 3 best performing posts recently have been about the algorithm update, low story views, and getting clients on Instagram. So I know that these 3 topics are things people want to learn more about. So I can go ahead and create more content about different strategies to get clients on Instagram. I can go more in depth on how the algorithm works. I can show people story tricks that I use to increase my views. I can maybe even make a post combining the 2 and do how the stories algorithm works, or how to get clients using Instagram stories, and combine these topics that people are interested in. If you want to see some of that content, go follow the page. And that there is exactly how you get your content recommended according to Instagram. If you want to learn what hashtags you should be using to grow your account, get more reach, and grow your audience, then I made this video telling you exactly which ones to use. Go give it a watch.